Good morning, children. We begin with Standard 4th EBS, Unit 3, Part 1. The name of your lesson is A Day with Nandu. So, as you can see in the picture, whose picture can you see? It is a picture of an elephant. So, his name is Nandu. And this lesson is all about elephants. So we will learn something more deeply about what an elephant does in the jungle. So now let us start reading. Nandu wakes up. Nandu woke up and opened his eyes. For a few seconds, he was not sure where he was. It seemed to him that he was surrounded by a forest of big grey tree trunks. He blinked his eyes and looked around. Oh, there was Amma. Who wakes up? Nandu wakes up. So this is a small baby elephant. So when he wakes up and opens his eyes, for a few seconds, when he wakes up from his sleep, he does not know where he is because he's just got up from his sleep. So he thinks when he wakes up, he thinks that he's surrounded by huge grey trees and their trunks are very huge and grey. Then slowly he blinks his eyes and he sees properly, and then he comes to know that he is surrounded by so many elephants. He was a little baby elephant. So for him, all the tree trunks seemed like the elephant trunks and their legs, they all seemed to him like huge trees. And then he saw that his mother, whom he calls Amba, was also around him. The grey forest that he had imagined he was in was actually the legs and the trunks of his family members. So this small baby Nandu elephant, he thought that he was in some grey forest among huge trees. But actually, what was it? Correct, it was the trunk and legs of the other huge elephants. Who were those elephants? They were all his family members. He was among many huge elephants who were their family members. The sun was overhead and it was getting hot. Nani Ma trumpeted, made a loud sound. Nani Ma is the oldest in this herd of elephants. She started moving towards the jungle. The other female elephants saw her and started to follow her. Nandu also went with them. The sun was overhead. So this overhead shows what time of the day? Correct, it shows afternoon. So it was almost afternoon, around 12 to 1, and it was getting very hot. So the eldest of all among these elephants was Nandu's Nanima. So the elephant, it made a loud sound. What is the sound of the elephant that they make? They trumpet. Correct. So Nanima made a loud sound and she started walking towards the jungle. Now she was leading all the other elephants. Who was leading? Nanima. So the other female elephants also saw that this oldest elephant, Nanima, started walking towards the jungle. So all the other elephants along with Nandu, they all followed her into the jungle. When they reached the jungle, the members of the herd started spreading out. Each member went to eat her favorite leaves and twigs. After they had eaten, the herd moved towards the river. The baby elephants enjoyed playing in the water. The mothers lay down in the water and mud on the river bank. So all the herd of elephant. Why herd? We give one word to a group of elephants. So what do we say? A herd of elephants. Herd means so many elephants together. So this herd of elephants, where did they move? They all went into the jungle behind whom? Nanima. Very good. And they all reached into the jungle and they started spreading out. So all the elephants who were together, they started moving here and there. Why did they move here and there? To eat whatever they liked. Some liked leaves, some wanted to eat some other type of leaves, some twigs. So they all spread out to eat what they wanted. Now after eating, where did the herd move? They all went into the river. Now you know these elephants, they enjoy having a bath in the river. So you can see in the picture the whole group of elephants, they are in the river, they fill water in their trunks and they keep on having a bath. So all the baby elephants also went behind them into the river and they enjoyed themselves playing in the water. And the mothers, they were near the river banks, they were all lying on the mud near the river bank, which was very wet, and they were taking care of their babies who were having a bath in the river and enjoying themselves. Here's some more information about the elephants. Do you know that an adult elephant can eat more than 100 kilograms of leaves and twigs in one day? So, such huge animal, elephant, how much does it eat in a day? Around 100 kilos of leaves. You can imagine how much they eat. Elephants do not rest very much. They sleep for only 2 to 4 hours in a day. Elephants love to play with mud and water. The mud keeps their skin cool. Their big ears also work like fans. The elephants flap these to keep themselves cool. So what did we know about the elephants? That they eat around 100 kgs of leaves or twigs in a day. And these elephants, they do not rest for more time. In a day, they only sleep for 2 to 4 hours. Then the most thing that they enjoy in the day is that they play with mud and water. Why mud? Because mud keeps their body, their skin very cool during the hot days. And in another way, how do they keep their body cool? We learned in the previous chapter, year to year, that they have huge ears and they keep on flapping their ears as fans. So as they flap their ears like fans, their body feels a little cool. And this is the way how they pass their whole day in the jungle. Here are a few questions that we need to answer. Your first question: Nandu is only 3 months old, but he weighs 200 kilograms. What is your weight? So this baby elephant, we say it is a baby, but what is the weight of that baby? 200 kilograms. So we need to write your weight. So what would your weight be? Around 20 to 25 kgs. So you can write there, my weight is 25 kgs. Then it comes, can you find out the weight of how many children like you will add up to Nandu's weight? Okay, now Nandu's weight is 200 kilograms, and if your weight is 25 kilograms, then how many children together will make 200? So let us think and we will write it together. Here it is. If Nandu's weight is 200 kgs, so your weight will be around 25 kilograms. So you need to write my weight is 25 kilograms. And how many of you children whose weight is 25 will be equal to 200 kilograms? So around 8. 25 into 8 will be 200. So the weight of 8 children or 8 students add up to Nandu's weight. So when you 8 of you, all of 25, 25, 25 together will be 200, and that is the weight of Nandu. In this picture, children, you can see how these baby elephants are enjoying in the river, having a bath. They fill water in their trunks and they are throwing it over one another and enjoying themselves playing in the river. Sometimes even you must be feeling that we should enjoy in the river how they are enjoying. Fun and games. Nandu saw his brothers and sisters pulling each other's tails. He thought, I better not go near them. What if they fall on me? I am still small. He quietly went and stood near his mother. So as we read, all the baby elephants, and as we saw in the picture, they were all playing in the water. So now even Nandu wanted to enjoy. But when he saw that all his brothers and sisters, who were not as small as him, they were a little bigger than him and they were little huge. So he thought that they are playing and having so much fun. And if one of them fall on Nandu, then what will happen of him? So he was a little afraid and he thought that I better move away from here. I don't want to go between them and someone falling on me. So he was very frightened. So what did he do? He went near his mother and he stood near his mother. Amma gently pushed Nandu towards the water as if she was telling him to go and play. Now, when he went and stood near his mother, Nandu's mother, with her trunk, she pushed Nandu into the water. Why did she do that? She was trying to tell Nandu that even he should go and enjoy in the water and play with the other brothers sisters. Nandu loved to play in the water. His cousins were already there. Just as he reached near, a strong fountain of water fell on his head. He got wet. Oh, this was the work of his naughty cousins. Nandu joined them in the game. So Nandu's mother also pushed Nandu into the river and she was trying to tell him that even you go and enjoy how your brothers and sisters are enjoying. And even Nandu loved to play in the water. So even he went between them to play. Now as he went inside, suddenly a huge fountain of water came and fell on his head and he was fully wet. What happened there? One of his naughty cousins filled water in his trunk and showered it over Nandu. So Nandu was completely wet. And then Nandu also started joining all his brothers and sisters, his cousins, and he started enjoying playing in the river water. Before sunset, the herd started back towards the jungle. By then, Nandu was very tired. He settled himself between his mother's front legs and fell asleep as he drank her milk. The day was getting over and the sun was about to set. So even this whole herd of elephants started again going towards the jungle because it was getting night. So now the whole day Nandu and his cousins were playing in the water. So now Nandu was very tired. So it went between his mother's legs, and he went to sleep drinking milk. Here's some more information about the elephants. You have read about Nandu and the elephant herd. An elephant herd has mainly females and baby elephants. The oldest female is the leader of the herd. A herd may have 10 to 12 female elephants and young ones. Male elephants live in the herd till they are 14 to 15 years old. Then they leave their herd and move around alone. Nandu will also leave his herd when he is that old. So what do we learn from this information? In this information, it says that elephants always move in a group, that is a herd. And how many are there in this group? Around 12 to 15 elephants are there in one group of herd. Now, in this group of 12 to 15, mostly the elephants are females with their baby elephants, and they always move in a group. Now, as we read that the oldest elephant, Nanima, went into the forest, and behind Nanima, all the elephants started following her. So, a herd is always led by the oldest female elephant. Oldest female elephant leads the herd and all walk behind her. Now there are certain male baby elephants, but the males, they only live in a herd till they are 14 to 15 years old. As soon as they become 14 to 15, the male elephant separates from the herd and they start moving alone in the forest. So now Nandu is also a male. So when Nandu will become around 14 to 15 years old, he has to leave the company of this herd and he has to go alone into the forest. Like elephants, some other animals also live together in groups. These animal groups are called herds. Animals in herds usually move around together searching for food. So now elephant move in a group, as we've seen on National Geographic and all these Animal Planet. We mostly see that the group of one kind of animal, they keep on moving from one place to the other. We see some wild buffaloes, a group of wild buffaloes, or so many deer together, so many lion, tiger, then zebra. We see they all are in a group. Why do they move in a group? They move in a group to search for their food. Then they feel secure. They are protected by each other. That is why they always move in a group. So most of the animals in the jungle, they move in a group. So, all the groups are given a different name. Some groups are called herds, as we have done in grammar, the collective noun. The cow, we say it is a herd of cow. Then a cattle of sheep. Then a flock of sheep. A cattle of goat. And whatever we say, we give a name to the group. So all animals move in a group and they keep on searching for their food. So now here are two questions. Let us read them. If you were Nandu and you lived in a herd, what kind of things would you do? So now what is this question? This question is saying, Nandu is what? A baby elephant. So they are saying that if you were also a baby elephant, what would you do when you were in the group? So what would you do like Nandu? Nandu liked playing in the river water and enjoy himself. Correct. So even you would like to do the same. In the elephant herd, the oldest female elephant decides everything. Who takes decisions in your family? So, as we just read, that the whole herd of elephants is led by one female. The oldest female elephant leads the herd, and she takes all the decisions that now we need to go into the jungle, now we need to go into the river. So, everybody follow behind her. So, who takes all the decisions in your family? So, now let us write those answers. So, if I were Nandu, even I would like to play and have fun like him. So, even you would like to enjoy how Nandu enjoys. Now, for the second question, that who takes decisions in your family, that you have to decide. But natural, your parents, your mother and your father, or sometimes your grandfather, who is the eldest in the family, they take decisions of your family. So here I have written, my parents take all decisions in my family. So dear children, I hope you have understood all about these elephants. This is the end of part 1, and there is more which has to be explained, which will be done in part 2. So now these textual exercises which are done in this part, you need to complete them in your textbook. So thank you and have a nice day.